The story of Prince Arvind and the nature of virtues. In the vast kingdom of Vishwapur, there lived a young prince named Arvind, known for his deep curiosity and thirst for wisdom. He was intelligent and strong, yet, despite all his blessings, he often found himself struggling with his emotions and desires. The prince had everything a person could want: wealth, beauty, strength, and intelligence, but he was frequently overcome by anger, and no matter how much he acquired, he never felt truly at peace. One day, feeling troubled by his inner turmoil, Prince Arvind sought the counsel of the kingdom's greatest sage, Sage Raghunath, known for his deep spiritual insight and vast knowledge. The prince arrived at the sage's humble abode, a small cottage nestled in the peaceful forests on the edge of the kingdom. "Great sage," Prince Arvind began respectfully, "I am troubled by something within me. Despite my wealth and position, I feel restless. I am often overcome by anger, and no matter how much I acquire or how many blessings I receive, I find no true peace. Please, enlighten me. What am I missing? Why do I feel as though I am drowning in emotions that I cannot control?" Sage Raghunath, with his calm demeanor, motioned for the prince to sit. He looked into the prince's eyes and spoke gently, "Arvind, the root of your discontent lies in your understanding of the inner forces that govern your mind. You seek external wealth and accomplishments, yet you have neglected the true treasures within, the virtues that guide the soul toward peace and happiness. There are four key forces: anger, thirst, knowledge, and contentment, that shape the life of a person. Understanding these forces will help you find the balance and peace you seek." The prince, eager to learn, asked, "Please, tell me more about these forces, sage." Sage Raghunath nodded and began to explain. "Anger, the personification of Yama. Anger, the sage said, is a destructive force, and it is akin to Yama, the demigod of death. Just as Yama takes the soul at the end of life, anger consumes the soul and leads it to destruction. When a person is consumed by anger, they lose all reason and clarity of thought. It clouds judgment and sows discord among friends and family. Anger is like fire, it can destroy everything in its path, including your peace of mind. Just as Yama separates the soul from the body, anger separates you from your true self, driving you into a state of turmoil and regret." The prince nodded, beginning to understand. He had often lost his temper in the past, and afterward, he had always felt regretful. The sage's words seemed to ring true. "Thirst, the hellish river Vaitarani. Thirst," the sage continued, "is another powerful force. It is like the hellish river Vaitarani, which the souls of the dead must cross to reach the afterlife. Thirst represents the endless craving for more, whether it is wealth, power, or pleasure. It is a constant yearning that never ends, for once one desire is fulfilled, another arises. The Vaitarani river is said to be filled with suffering and danger, and so is the thirst for worldly pleasures. It drags you deeper into attachment and dissatisfaction. Just as souls crossing the Vaitarani are tormented, so too does thirst torment the soul, making it restless and insatiable." Prince Arvind felt a pang of recognition. He realized that no matter how much he had gained, whether in power or possessions, he always felt empty, as if something was missing. The thirst for more was like an endless river that never quenched his inner longing. "Knowledge, the Kamadhenu." Sage Raghunath then smiled warmly and said, "Knowledge, on the other hand, is like Kamadhenu, the divine cow of plenty. Kamadhenu is said to grant all desires, just as true knowledge provides you with the means to navigate life's challenges and achieve liberation. Knowledge is the greatest of treasures because it leads you to wisdom and understanding. With knowledge, you can understand the nature of the world and your own soul. It enables you to make decisions that bring peace and fulfillment, and it elevates you to a higher plane of consciousness." Prince Arvind felt inspired by these words. He had always sought knowledge and understanding, and now he understood that true knowledge, not just intellectual learning, but the wisdom to live harmoniously with oneself and others, was the key to peace. Contentment, the Nandanavana. Finally, the sage spoke of the most important virtue. Contentment, Arvind, is like Nandanavana, the heavenly garden of Indra. Just as Nandanavana is a place of perfect beauty, peace, and abundance, contentment brings eternal peace to the mind. It is the state of being satisfied with what one has and accepting the present moment without longing for more. Contentment frees the soul from the chains of desire and makes it light and joyful. It is the foundation of true happiness, for a content person is never disturbed by circumstances or material wealth. They find their peace within, and that is the greatest form of success." The prince sat in silence, deeply reflecting on the sage's words. He had spent so much of his life seeking power and wealth, believing that they would bring him happiness. But now he understood that true happiness and peace came not from external acquisitions but from cultivating the right inner virtues, controlling anger, overcoming thirst, seeking true knowledge, and embracing contentment. Sage Raghunath saw the change in the prince's demeanor and smiled. "Remember, Arvind, that the path to inner peace lies in mastering these forces. Avoid the destructive power of anger, free yourself from the endless thirst for more, seek knowledge that enlightens and elevates you, and cultivate contentment in every aspect of your life. The prince, now filled with clarity, left the sage's cottage that day with a newfound sense of purpose. He began to practice the teachings he had received. He worked to control his anger, recognizing it for what it was, an obstacle to peace. He let go of his endless cravings and instead focused on being grateful for what he had. He deepened his understanding of the world and himself through study and meditation. And most importantly, he practiced contentment, learning to find joy and peace in every moment. As the years passed, Prince Arvind became a wise and beloved king. His kingdom flourished, not because of external wealth or power, but because of the peace and harmony that he cultivated within himself. His people admired him not for his riches, but for his wisdom, calmness, and kindness. And in his heart, King Arvind knew that true happiness was not in what one possesses, but in how one masters their inner self. And so, the teachings of the sage became clear to all who heard them. Anger is the personification of Yama, thirst is like the hellish river Vaitarani, knowledge is like Kamadhenu, and contentment is like Nandanavana. By understanding and mastering these forces, one can find peace, happiness, and fulfillment in this world and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.